Hello and welcome to the Instance post-match reaction show at Anfield Road TV. If you are watching on the repeat, do get your comments in the comment section below. Let us know who stood out for you in which was very much a hugely dominating game for Liverpool in their second European game of the season. Liverpool taking top spot in our group as anticipated when we did see these teams up against us and get drawn up against us anyway, but it was a sound performance, I'd say, as well, chat. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Your man in the matches, really, what you want to be seeing going into that Brighton game, which is going to be a massive game, as it always has been in the last couple of weeks for Liverpool. Big games, every single game of the week anyway. That's when you know Liverpool are performance to such an elite level, really. But we'll get straight into the game in overall terms as well, chat. We'll speak about Ryan Gravenberch, really. I'm going to pick two players out, but if you are watching on the post-match later anyway, let us know. If I don't mention one or two players, do let me know your thoughts in the comments. But Ryan Gravenberch, since he's come into Liverpool, he's been absolutely exceptional. I think given his lack of their time in that Bayern Munich side, I think he's coming to Liverpool, and I think listening to Jurgen Klopp in that post-match reaction from that he's just given, and just saying he's given Gravenberch a bit more of a responsibility in this Liverpool team, and we are certainly seeing that, even getting that goal tonight. He had a couple of occasions where he could have got on the end of one or two more anyway for Liverpool. But what I'm loving about his game tonight, and in terms of what he's done since he's come into Liverpool, is that willingness to carry that ball in the next 20-yard spell anyway. The lovely drop of the shoulder, the lovely change of direction. Certainly very reminiscent of a characteristic, though, very much an Ajax youth academy player anyway. But he brings so much to this Liverpool side that really excites me. And yes, it was a tap-in. Gravenberch's own words, the easiest goal he scored in his young career so far. And hopefully he gets a lot more of them, because it's all about that anticipation. As such a young player as well, he still is in terms of footballing terms, but that anticipation to be in that area of the pitch, to anticipate the shot and very much put the ball in the back of the net anyway. But I just love the way in which he handled himself tonight, chat, as well. Absolutely exceptional, and hopefully everyone goes, oh, the opposition, but you can only do what you can do in terms of what's in front of you from a week-to-week basis. And certainly Ryan Gravenberch really excited me tonight in terms of what he was showing in glimpses anyway, but certainly really did put everything on the line in terms of a defensive point of view as well. Those recoveries and those tight spaces, especially in the last 10 minutes, where there was a good 5-10 minute spell that Union did come back into that game, and we very much weathered that storm anyway. Unfortunate enough for Liverpool, we done the business anyway. But speaking about the defensive display, certainly my man in the match, chat. Let us know your comments as we were doing a watch along this evening. I mentioned Gravenberch, I mentioned Canate as well. I think Canate looked imperious tonight, but certainly a man that is, well, a young lad. He's only 20 years old. The lad from Warrington, certainly one to keep an eye on, chat. We already know of his exploits, especially a lot of yous that do watch a lot of the academy football as well, but he didn't put an absolute foot wrong tonight. There was shades of a defender that used his body like the likes of Ibu, likes of Matip as well. You can understand where he's getting those body positions in terms of his understanding of a game. He reads the game extremely well for a 20-year-old, and it's always going to rub off when you are playing and defending against the likes of Virgil van Dijk, and you're defending against Salah and Diaz and Nunes in training. But he's certainly learning so much in such a young spell so far in his Liverpool career. The most important thing for Quincy is just to stay fit and just keep on playing consistently, because he's going to be getting those opportunities like he did tonight. There's going to be a lot more European opportunities, to say the least anyway. So yeah, certainly by a country mile, my man in the match for this evening as well, chap. Big up to everyone in the comments tonight. Big up there, Gary Taliola, made tough work of it, but is very much a job done. We did, Gary, but I think we spoke about that at the top of the show, didn't we? When we were doing a watch along, tonight was going to be one of those classic European performances. We used to have them under Rafa Benitez as well, where you wouldn't go all guns blazing really. You just get a solid performance, whether that be a 1-0 scraped win or it will be like a tight 2-1 or 2-0 win. And it's a habit that Liverpool can get in, and sometimes it's not good to get in. But the most important thing tonight was that Liverpool didn't concede first, which was a good little positive to caveat this performance with anyway. So yeah, Kwanzaa chat. We ran out of superlatives really to describe Van Dijk and Salah, but I tell you what, this was a very mature performance by Kwanzaa this evening. Certainly one that will leave him in such a great opportunity for the weeks to come anyway, and potential years. Just needs to keep his head on his shoulders. He certainly seems like a lad that is very mature. He handles himself really well, and I know for a fact, and we all know that he will have the right people around him as well. So, which is going to be amazing. And certainly, there's no better role model in terms of as a youth player coming through the ranks in Trent. So certainly Trent leading the line for Liverpool from the captaincy point of view tonight again, back into consideration this evening. Joe Gomez when he come on really, but chat, yeah, it wasn't a glitzy, glamorous performance, but it's certainly what Liverpool need to do in the next week or two when we are coming up against Toulouse at home in a couple of weeks' time anyway, on the 26th of October. It's certainly that Liverpool just to control games like we did tonight. We dominated the ball as anticipated, and there was moments listening to the commentary, I'm pretty sure if you did go to the game tonight, where the crowd were rightfully nervous. It's never easy defending a 1-0 lead or having a 1-0 goal score line, but it eased a lot of the nerves. You could hear it listening on telly as well, and even if you went to game, the apps, and we said it on the watch along, the relief from Anfield and the relief around the world anyway when Jota put that ball into the back of the net at the back end of the game, just to put the game to bed really. But the most important thing, like we have said over the last couple of years, when you are playing these European games that Liverpool fundamentally we don't want to be doing. We spoke about on the watch along where it was that Michelin game where Jota was playing in a pointless game really, and he got injured for a very large spell. But Liverpool, top of our table, that's all we can do. But if we can get another say 6 points, I think that would firmly put Liverpool, I think another win for Liverpool would firmly put us in the driving seat to allow us to rest players. That's the main thing going into a very tiring European schedule, FA Cup and League Cup schedule as well in the coming weeks, that we just need to rotate well. And that's certainly one thing that Liverpool have done extremely well in the last couple of weeks anyway, from a tactical point of view as well. But in terms of the McAllister showdown, I think all of us were very proud for both the McAllister brothers anyway. Obviously, Armacher, he's the younger brother anyway. I think there's 3 McAllisters. Listening to the commentary in the post-match when he interviewed both McAllisters in the post-match anyway. But it's certainly going to be one of them where, like always, you'd be proud if you knew someone that played for Liverpool, just played professional football as well. His dad, I'm pretty sure, probably cried his eyes out, and rightly so. And the whole family should be very proud of both of them anyway, especially playing at the elite European level as well. So it's you've got good genes in the McAllister football and heritage, really. But yeah, it was good to see. Certainly, it's like you do love, I think, us all football romantics, even if you're not a Liverpool fan, it's all about those little fairy tale stories anyway, where you've got like brothers coming up against brothers or cousins or whatnot. It always adds to the theatre that is football anyway. But chat, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. As Gary said there, Kwanzaa, so strong and quick, Jack. Yeah, and he's only going to get even better. I think once he fills out a bit more physically as he matures in the next year or two, so he puts on a bit more physical, like, strength in terms of, he's already a big lad, but when we spoke about on the watch along, spoke about Trent in terms of his physical development as well. We know Trent come in quite skinny as a young lad anyway, but he really matured and filled out a lot more physically. And I think once Kwanzaa does that a bit more, I certainly, it's going to be a difficult thing to push him off the ball anyway, because he already handles his body position from a defensive point of view extremely well, to say the least anyway. Big up there, Storm. Ryan starts against Brighton. Big up there, Storm. But yeah, he's certainly, I think, he's more or less played himself into the manager's. He's become a headache, to say the least, for Jurgen Klopp. Obviously, with the suspension of Curtis Jones and obviously the suspension of Jota. Obviously, we did see, I don't know if you've seen it, if you just tuned in this evening and been on social media, there was a panel that come out and said that Jota's red card shouldn't have stood, which we all knew, but there was a selected panel that did agree with Liverpool fans saying that Jota, but it's all well and good, all these panellists coming out or releasing VAR audio and everything, when it's been like, what, a week later. So it doesn't really help Liverpool in the long term. But our boys will be in bed. Brighton travelling, 100% there, Storm. Liverpool must play much better against Brighton. Yeah, Gary. Obviously, there was a demolition derby at Villa Park last weekend. And we know the quality of every single time that Brighton do turn up at Anfield. They always, them and Brentford, when I've gone to see the game or whatnot, they are two teams that certainly are bogey teams. Not just to Liverpool, but for a lot of teams. But De Zerbi will be wanting a reaction come what this weekend, and certainly Liverpool need to be ready, because it will be probably one of the biggest tests of the season so far, even though we've just had bloody 9 men against Tottenham for 95 plus minutes anyway. But yeah, it's going to be another test, but we just got to keep relaxed, keep focused, really, this Liverpool side, and really just focus one game at a time. It's a horrible cliche that we all hate to say anyway, but it's certainly what we need to do. Just think one game at a time, and then we'll come at the end of May, we'll see where we are. But at this moment in time, Liverpool are playing absolutely exceptional football in all fronts anyway, from an attacking sense, defensive sense as well, and even the midfield as well. Endo, Gravenberch as well, Elliott done well. I think they all done really well, Chas, as I said. A couple of those were changes in the second half as well. Costas, Ali, bit of a... I can understand why the crowd was a bit nervous, because you had Ali doing unlike Ali stuff, where he was pushing the ball backwards towards his goal, but it wasn't for an Ebu clearance off the line. Could have been an interesting end to the game anyway. But yeah, Diaz coming on, Jota getting the goal, Curtis Jones coming on in the second half, Elliott Macker. But proper performance by Liverpool. Wasn't amazing, but at the end of the day, we're not in a privileged position really where we can pick and choose what performances we need. We just need results at this moment in time. It's a good thing. It's especially when you're in a habit of winning. It's certainly looking good. Anfield looks so flat. It did, Storm, but as I was saying in the watch along, it's going to be one. It's been extremely cold at Anfield tonight. Big up there, Mac and Jack. Long time. Hope all is well. Job done tonight. Big up there, matey. Good to see you in the comments. Hope you are looking after yourself as well, mate. Made up to see it in the comments. I know not everyone can tune in, but really appreciate you taking the time, mate. All of yous, even if you are watching on the post-match, drop a like on the video. Really does help out. But as Max said there, hope all is well. Job done tonight. Great thing is the team will get better, and we are picking up wins along the way. Yeah, winning breeds winning as well. It's a classic cliche, but it is so true as well. When you're on such a good, powerful, strong run, in most competitions anyway, Tony Jones leave Liverpool in such a stronger position, in all honesty. And when you look at the situations Liverpool find themselves in terms against 10 men and 9 men and everything, but it's us against the world, and it's always been the case, Liverpool against the world, especially in football and terms as well. So long may it continue when these lads have performed extremely well, especially over the last 6 months anyway. Much better, much more of the side that is very reminiscent of a Jurgen Klopp, a side managed by Jurgen Klopp. But chat, let us know your man of the matches in the comment section below. Kwanzaa, phenomenal, as I said, with Gravenberch. Kanate, big shout outs to him as well. Really complimented Kwanzaa at the back extremely well. And even Joe Gomez when he come on. It's a good selection headache, to say the least, that Jurgen Klopp has got, and this is what we've been crying out for years, even before we had Jurgen Klopp, that we've actually got options now in terms of defence, midfield and the attacking threat for Liverpool. Not too bad, is it, Reds? But see you again tomorrow evening as well, chat. We'll be doing another live stream watch along, live show anyway. Hopefully I will see you there. That will be at 9 p.m. on the channel. If you don't get any notifications, we will be live. But chat, do get your comments in. Always view your comments. Try and reply as much as I possibly can. And yeah, Reds, look after yourself. Enjoy your Friday, nearly the weekend. Enjoy it. Look after yourself, most importantly. And yeah, happy days. Liverpool winning. It's always good.